Buhabulwa era ng'olunaku olwaleero naye abadde wano ku kiggwa ky'Abalulizi e Namugongo. Baganda bange mikwano gyange omukulu Yosite Buhabulwa omubbi w'akalulu omwesibi w'Abannayuganda abaddewo wano ku Mukujukira Abalulizi e Namugongo. Era baganda bange mikwano gyange twongera obbategeeza n'okubajjukiza nti Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine yeebale kujja kubanga bingi byakyusizza, bingi byatulaze ate era tufuniddemu ebyokuyiga bingi. Abantu abamu twali tetumanyi nti oba balituuka ne bejjayo kalafuta zaabwe, ne bejjayo amaaso gaabwe, ne bejjayo embeera zaabwe, naye ku lwa Pulezidenti Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine tutandise okuba nga tubalaba era batandise okwejjayo. Mwami Buhabulwa n'ebigambo bimuweddeko ng'alaba takyalina kyagamba bantu, takyalina kyagamba ggwanga. Eggwanga lyamuvaako, buli omu yamuvaako kwegamba, naye ali awo teyeetegeera, alowoozaamu kikyayinza okukola oluusi ne kimubula. Naye baganda bange mikwano gyange twongera obbajjukiza nti ye pulezidenti w'eggwanga yalondebwa Bannayuganda Kyagulanyi Ssentamu tamuliiko ne bwakola bwakola obunkolobujjubwe. Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine takyalina budde bwa Museveni. Singa Museveni ekyakimanya nakimanstaringa nti pulezidenti w'eggwanga lino yalondebwa Bannayuganda Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine takyalina budde bwe singa Museveni avaako ebirala byakola n'ava mu kusosonkoleza His Excellency n'atamubuuza namwebuuzisaako bino byakola. Ayagala kuteekawo ekifaananyi nti waliwo enkolagana wakati we ne wa His Excellency. Kamukuwe omukulu ono ng'ate ali Namugongo ye, owulire ebigambo byayogera ng'olabira ddala tebijja mu myaka gye, kubanga byatusuubizanga byayogera byaddamu ebbanga lyonna lye tubadde naye. Naye nga mwami Buhabulwa ofa ki n'ensi kitewewumuzaako n'oba n'emirembe, Uganda neekulaba nti oli musajja wa mirembe, naye maama gwe obutemu bw'obadde okola ku Bannayuganda ebbanga lyonna nga tokoowa gwe ani?
The archbishops, Their Grace the archbishops, the other bishops, our mother, Mama Maria Nyerere, and all of you, the pilgrims. The organizers will allow me to speak in English, then I will put some words in Swahili, in my Swahili. Swahili yangu emezorota, lakini bado nakumbuka machache. First of all, I congratulate the Ugandans on reaching this day. You remember we passed through many problems. We had Corona, we had Ebola, we had all those issues, but we managed to go through, and we are now here again. The young people say, vibing, is this vibing or what? This is vibing the religious way. So, I congratulate you. Mama Janet and myself would like to thank God, because when I heard that today was 60 years since the canonization of the saints, I said, but I've been here all this time. You know, when the saints were canonized, 1964, I was 19 years old. I was in S4 at Ntare. I was following everything. So you could say I was a participant. Then, 1986, what Archbishop Semogera was saying, when we came from the bush, we said, why is Martyrs Day a private function? It should be a public holiday, it should be official. Because they used to wait for the weekend. The 3rd of June would come, but then they wait for the next weekend, I think a Sunday or something. I said, no, this is not good enough. So that first time, again, you can see how I have cheated you people. Somebody who was here in 1964, when the Martyrs were canonized. Then 1986, I was here to celebrate. I remember Cardinal Rugambwa of Tanzania was here, he came. There was a man from Rome, Cardinal Tomoko. Then we had Cardinal Nsubuga, Emmanuel, who were here. Again, Museveni yaliwo wano. Now, you heard that my sister Catherine Mavengina, that the Nebi diocese led the ceremonies in 2007. I remember the late Bishop Luluga very well. Again, Museveni was here. Now, when I had 60 years, I said, I can't miss. Mama, let's go. Because this is a blessing. I want to thank the Christians, not only the Christians, the believers in Uganda, and their leaders, the religious leaders. I want to thank you for adopting the NRM ideology, whether you know it or not. This is because from the 1960s, Uganda, even earlier, Ugandans were divided according to tribes, according to religion. You know that very well. And this was part of the chaos. The chaos which engulfed Uganda was partly due to that sectarianism of religion and tribes. But when we came, we opposed this very firmly. That's why up to now, we have never allowed chaplains in the army. Because we said, you who say you are religious, you are more unreligious than the unreligious. You are dividing our people, saying Catholics, Protestants, Muslims, please, hatutaki hiyo mambo. We want umoja. And you embraced it. I want to thank you very much, all of you. You embraced it, the believers and the leaders. I want to thank you very much. The leaders, your leaders, they formed the Interreligious Council. This was formed after the NRM came into government. I don't think it was there before. So you can call the Interreligious Council some form of NRMism, something like that. Because Jesus made it clear, love God with all your heart and all your might, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. This is what Jesus said. And Jesus said, if you only love your friends, How are you different from the pagans? Because they do the same. Jesus said, love your enemies. That's what Jesus taught us. This is the line of the NRM. So I am glad you embraced it. But for today, I want to emphasize the parable of the talents, where people were given talents, one multiplied them, another one kept them, another one lost the talents. And when the master came, he thanked the one who multiplied the talents. You, the Christians, and the other believers, you must multiply your talents. I don't think it is correct to have Christians and other believers living in poverty. I don't think this is correct. And I was very happy with the questions which I think it was Indianabo who quoted Pope Francis asking those questions. The one he questioned, one of them was about, are you working hard to get out of poverty? Because, again, in the Bible it says, let your light so shine before men that they see your good deeds and praise your Father who is in heaven. How can Christians fail to influence people by example, not only just by talking and so on, but by doing, so that you become an example to others to copy you? There are many countries where there are many Christians. If you go to Latin America, many of those countries are Christian countries. There are very many Christians there. But the people are living in poverty in those countries. You see them walking on foot, going to the United States to look for prosperity. So I think we should harmonize with the religious leaders this message of chasing poverty from our homes. I don't want Uganda to be religious but poor. I started opposing that in the 60s, where I was living in Ntungamo, in Isinjiro, in Chiruhura. We had very religious people there. The Barokore were very religious. But they would say, look at the birds of the air. They don't sow, nor do they harvest, but God feeds them. I said, no, I'm not a bird of the air. I was created on Saturday, after God had created all the other creatures, the snakes and all that, and the tadpoles. And God said, establish dominion over these creatures. So I'm not a bird of the air to just be fed by. I disagreed with the Barokore in our area there. And I'm glad if you got that area, they have really woken up. I would like to welcome, nataka kushukuru Waafrika wenzetu majirani ambao wamekuja kujumulika na sisi kwenye sherehe hii. Karibu sana. Hao Waganda wenzenu, kwa Kiingereza nimekuwa nawaambia kwamba nilikuwa natoka pongezi kwao kwa miaka hii yote ambayo tumepita, lakini vile vile nilikuwa nawaambia kwamba Mkristo lazima awe mfano kwa watu wengine. Kwanza awe mfano kwa kupigania amani. Hizi nchi zetu ziko na shida za ukosefu wa amani, na ukosefu wa amani mara nyingi unatokana na hitilafu ambazo watu hawatatue, hawakaa chini kuzungumza, kuelewana. Wanaamua kutumia bunduki badala ya mdomo. Kuongea. Mdomo, is it a bad word? Kwa hiyo watu ambao wanaamini Mungu, na waomba nyinyi wote mfanye kila kinachotakiwa kuleta amani kwenye nchi zetu hizi za maziwa makubwa. Alafu baada ya kuleta amani, lazima tufukuze umaskini. Nataka kushukuru mama yetu, Mama Maria Nyerere, ambaye anakuja na ujumbe hapa kila mwaka kuombea baba yetu marehemu Mwalimu Nyerere kupita kwa nyengazi zote mpaka daraja la utakatifu. Mimi ni mshahidi kwa kazi nzuri ya Mwalimu Nyerere. Kwanza aliunganisha Watanzania. Watanzania wako na madini mengi kama nyinyi hapa. Kuna Waislamu, kuna Wakristo wa aina mbalimbali, lakini hao wote tangu uhuru wamekuwa pamoja. Hujasikia hitilafu za dini. Kwa hiyo hii mambo ya hitilafu za dini inatokana na ukosefu imani kwa Mungu, kwa sababu Mwalimu alikuwa mtu ambayo mfuasi wa Mungu wa kweli. Alafu akaunga mkono ukombozi wa Afrika. Nimekuwa naona ujumbe kutoka South Africa hapa. Hao wote walifaidika kwenye shughuli za kwenye jitihada za Mwalimu kupigania uhuru wa Mozambique, Angola, Namibia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, hata Uganda huku kwetu. Na Mwalimu alitoa mfano wakati yeye na marehemu Sheikh Abeid Karume waliunganisha Zanzibar na Tanganyika kufanya Tanzania. Mnasikia kuna nchi wanaita Tanzania, lakini hiyo ilitokana kuunganisha muungano wa Zanzibar na Tanganyika. Therefore, you the young people, you spend so much time watching European football. You don't bother with what is happening in Africa here. Even somebody asked me, Mr. Museveni, what football club do you support? I said, what club? What club? I was a footballer myself. So if I want football, I play, I don't watch. And watch European clubs. So you can imagine the African youth totally diverted. You don't hear them talking about the integration of Africa, which is what Mwalimu was fighting for, and which is what we have been fighting for. When I make the State of the Nation in a few days' time, I will emphasize this point. So finally, the final 2 points. The example of the saints. Today, Uganda is a country of martyrs. And those people who are just talking outside there, I normally follow what they are saying. Like on the issue of the homosexuals. They talk so much, this one, that one. They don't know that Uganda is a land of martyrs. If you want to play around, you play around with Uganda. You will see. You will not like it. These young people, we are all young people. Many of them were young people. I hear only very few were above 40. All the others were young people. But they couldn't accept the ukafiri of Mwanga. They said no. Now, these are the ones we are celebrating now. But on the 9th, in the next few days, 60 days from now, we are going to celebrate the political matters. We called the 9th of May Heroes Day. Not long ago, Basilio Kero, he got hold of some Ugandans and said us, if you don't tell us where the guerrillas are, I will kill you. They knew where we were, where some of our people were. They said, no, you kill us. And Basilio Kero killed them. And where's Basilio Kero now? So this is we are here, celebrate those matters. This land is a land of matters. We had bad leadership in the past, bad leaders, but we have got capacity to resist. Some of the speakers have talked about corruption. I totally agree with them. Corruption is becoming a problem, and when I address the nation on the 6th, I will say more about the corruption. Finally, to finish Namugongo, we are going to finish it. Kamukamugu eki akwata empola akola ki bugubugu si ki ensonga ziwedde awo. Lwak me alur kopango ne di apoyo wer maber.
May we all stand up for the anthems in reverse order. The anthems
We could be seated. The bishops will be receding from the altar. As we end this ceremony, I thank you all. The bishops are requested now to go to the podium to greet His Excellency the President, while the rest of the celebrants will organize the recession. The choir will lead us in the final hymn. We thank you all. Thank you so much.
All members of Ganal, that is Guluwach Diocese, Nebi Catholic Diocese, Arua Diocese, and Lira Diocese, are hereby reminded of their annual Mass and celebrations scheduled for Sunday 9, June 2024 at St. Jude Nakuru Parish Center, and the Mass starts at 10 a.m. sharp. We want to thank the medical team who worked tirelessly to see that we are healthy. We want also to thank the security team, the UPDF, the police, the SFC, for really giving adequate security to the pilgrims who gathered here. We thank the media team as well, the various media houses, UBC, NBS, Uganda Catholic Television, Balam Sounds. Thank you so much for your enormous contribution and airing out the voices to be clearly heard and audibly visible to all the pilgrims. Exit. Let's all stand up.
The clergy will go through the bridge led by the cross and the relics of the martyrs. Members of the organizing committee from Nebi, from Kampala, thank you very much for the wonderful preparation that have led us to this end of this 60th anniversary of the Martyrs.
All the pilgrims from Nebi, tomorrow there will be a general cleanliness here, that we need to leave the place orderly. Daru sheke mwai kudinebi ungeini ya uruo jubiti mutishka keni ni neno ni akabedu maenu dong maleng